My niggas and niggettes, welcome back to the world's greatest show.
You know what I was worried about too?
Report to you live.
I was worried about like seeing like doing like full body and like having all this shit. And I'm like, everybody's doing the full body now. Niggas like got their shoes off in podcasts.
Everybody.
They like got their toes out and shit. Like, do I get to a point where I can have my fucking shoes off at the podcast? And
I'm gonna be 100.
We're gonna do one in a hot tub.
I need a pedicure right now.
Need one. Well, welcome. This is the Some Podcast. Host that does the absolute fucking most, Mr. Alo Boot in the building. Got my homie right here next to me, Mr.
Howie Stacks.
And we are back at it again at a new location. Pete the Diggs. We got some new shit going on in the background. C-Moss is in the building.
Grand Rise.
Juju.
In the building.
Bad Juju.
Naughty Juju. We have gotten to a point, I think, in our lives, gentlemen, that we are seeing the revelation of what it is that we spoke about a couple years ago, even before we started the podcast, way years ago when we was in school together. And now we're at a point now where we're seeing kind of the fruits of our labor kind of show off a little bit.
Things are coming to fruition. The manifestation.
So as we were taking our small hiatus to get our lives together, we were figuring out, what could we do different in a space where everybody's jumping in and trying to, conquer this podcast world. At least this is how I'm seeing it, But I feel like we've been able to navigate and kind of figure out what we do best and how we kind of are going to create the landscape for the podcasters, the small podcasters, and eventually the big ones for the near future, So I think that's just something that we had to take some time to do that. At least, I mean, if you'll agree, like that's kind of how I felt like we had to take that time to kind of get ourselves together.
Yeah, take a step back.
And then see like, all right, how can we come at this with a different, level of pizzazz? How can we come at this with a, because I feel like we're not doing this shit different. For no reason.
Yeah. Angle, you feel me?
So, welcome back, everybody. I'm glad we back. I'm glad we have shit that we can talk about now in a different way.
Too much shit.
Maybe my mind will be maybe my mind will be
shit. I don't even know if I want to.
A little bit different now. You know what I'm saying about certain topics. Probably not.
Fire me from Viacom, nigga. Shit, they gonna drop me from Adidas.
Somebody, you believe in what now?
You know what's funny? Somebody had said, I forgot somebody died that was like not like to the level of like Sir Takeoff or rest in peace, but it was somebody else that was kind of like a notable star, and somebody had said on Facebook like, hey man, I just found out they tried to buy NBC, man. That's why they did that. Shit was so fucking funny the way they said it, bro. They just put that shit like, hey, I heard he tried to buy NBC. Yeah. Like, come on, man.
Speaking of it, that's why we've been gone so fucking long.
Niggas was trying to buy NBC.
Julian was trying to buy NBC.
No. Howie was just trying to buy too much shit.
I wasn't trying to buy. I wasn't trying to buy NBC.
Nigga, look
at
at
everything else, goddamn.
Nigga, look at the house we in.
I bought a case of Remy.
This is this nigga crib. This ain't no studio. Nigga. This is an apartment.
Like, goddamn.
I think we had the last podcast at my other crib.
Yeah. Your other crib.
How many cribs you buying?
Your other crib.
Hey, shit. Had to get it in.
That'll just tell you.
Can't let you niggas have all the fun.
Hey, listen, that's what we want, nigga. I want to be able to fucking
all these
act
cars, all these cribs, this shit P. All these daddies with these kids, this shit G.
I wanna go to that nigga house and be like, spoil me. I wanna act like I ain't never had shit a day in my life when I go to my friend's house and shit. Show me new shit, nigga. Drive me around in the motherfucking Teslas and shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even been in the Tesla yet, nigga. I think I'm doing something.
Shit, nigga, I copy Joe swag. You got the Jeep. Fuck you mean?
Yeah, shit. Now I'm about to get rid of that motherfucker. I don't even want this no more.
Yeah. Hey, how we sampling everybody's swag right now?
Yeah. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
like Terry had a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
But you're doing it fantastic.
About the same time.
You're doing it fantastic, sir. And I think that's the point. That's what we're trying to make. It's like everybody had to get to a point where we was settled into our new lives and our new skin. So
awesome.
Definitely, man. Hey, well, you know what? I got a friend group that's a great example. You feel me? So we all share information and shit. It's a good thing. You know what I mean? Stay on top of shit, man. You know what I mean?
That's how it's going down. we have to definitely go. Let's hit the points of things that have happened, I guess, in the last little bit that we haven't had a chance to really talk about. Like I said, mentioned earlier, rest in peace to Takeoff. For
real.
We haven't had an opportunity to even put that on camera. So rest in peace
Never
to
met
Takeoff.
him, just a cool nigga. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no.
real ass nigga.
I think that
Sad to see.
all of our lives kind of we stopped at that moment and realized, because it was
that shit hurt.
outside of just it was so many different levels to him dying, like him considering or being the one that was like always quiet. Like you heard that a lot. You heard it a lot of people that were basically saying like, you know, hey, he stayed out the way and everything. Like he was the last person that deserved what he got. And also too, kind of like for like Offset and you know, Quavo. Yeah. And all of them, like, you know, like they had their little moment where they was kind of like split, and it's like, man, like during that time, you know, they didn't try to make it too big, but like, you know, obviously they was hurt.
It's still kind of, it's still kind of
like he wanted to, one brother wanted to go one way and the other one wanted to do this, which is fine. You know, that happens. But you know, they did it at a time where it was like, man, I didn't know this would be the last time that we would be together. So I'm pretty sure they didn't even get a chance to like, you know, there'll be no more like, we got to grow up now with like them too. So like 30 years from now, we want to go to a Migos concert. You know, we're going to have to remember, you know, man, one of the members ain't here no more. And, you know, every time we think about our past, you know, we got to think about the fact that, you know, I don't know.
It's crazy because you see that, you see Takeoff character too. Like you could see, even though he didn't talk much, you could see his character just through the shit he would say and do when he did say stuff. And you know what I mean? Like you remember Bad and Bougie when everybody was like, oh, you was left off Bad and Bougie. And he was like, what makes you think I was left off Bad and Bougie? And the shit was funny back then, but you kind of realize
what he meant
he meant by that. Like, nigga, I'm everywhere. And like, even you see clips of him, like, you know, nah, we in this together. And they was like, nah, who really started this? Who really gave y'all flow? And they was all like, Takeoff. And he's like, nah, don't say that, bro. We in this together. We started this together. And they was like, bro, stop doing that. You know what I mean? I'm like, man.
No, Offset mentioned it when he passed. He was like, bro, that flow, that all that came from him. Like without him, there would be no Migos in the way we did the shit that we did. We revolutionized because he was like, nah, nigga, we should say it like this. Remember the nigga that want remember, like, you know.
And man, everybody started copying that shit. You know what I mean? I could tell niggas out here not doing their history. You feel me? I did my history, man. So, you know, I might project that I'm into one thing, but I didn't listen to a lot of stuff. And that was one thing that I appreciated about the whole Unc and Few thing that they had going on. What song did they was it
Unc and Neff? Yeah.
They did a couple songs. They released the whole project.
They released the whole project.
Yeah, it was just like I liked it. And then but my favorite was that song with Mustard. No, we gonna see about it. I'm like, okay, that's a hit. You know, it was decent. I was telling niggas, I'm like, I think we sleeping on this a little bit. Yeah. You know,
I mean, anything with them
happen.
too. Yeah, anything with them too. I mean, you got to think Quavo's the one that's going to be able to make the chorus and kind of get that little jingle flow, whatever needs to be done. But Takeoff's the one that's going to rap.
He's rapping his ass off, always did, and you know.
But rest in peace to Takeoff.
Rest in peace.
You know, and you know, sending love to the family, sending love to, you know, his kids, and you know, sending love to his members, his group members. You know, Justin Fields is you know, he's a bear.
Is that nigga?
Damn, it's been that long.
It's been that long. We had questions about asking about.
Last time we had a podcast, he wasn't a bear, right?
No, he wasn't.
No, he was finna become a bear.
No, he was already a bear. He had been a whole season.
Okay,
but now maybe I'm behind. No, now he's him. He's been there.
I ain't been up.
He only been there a year and a half. Well, he only been there a year and a half.
Right.
He just got drafted last year and then did a full season. It wasn't that great, but now we know he's him.
We ain't been out the game that long.
I just want to let everybody know. I can take.
Right there with you,
I like steak. I like you know, I like long walks on the beach and flights and shit like that. Nigga, give me my flowers and give me the shit that I deserve for letting niggas know that Justin Fields is gonna be the guy for fucking the Bears for the foreseeable future.
I mean, yeah, you sure did say it.
Yeah, you had your ear to the Bear streets.
Well, shit, I'm an Ohio State fan, so it's like, I don't want to take no credit, but I watched the nigga for like 2-3 years in college, kind of closely, so kind of saw what he could already do. So I'm happy. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying, for what
being
the Bears.
that you're an Ohio State fan, do you want to comment on the Michigan game at all? Do you have any comments?
What game?
That's exactly how they comment on it.
I don't know of any game.
One sound.
I don't know of any game you speak of. To be honest with you, I mean,
next year.
The reality is, man, they were not prepared for Michigan. I think that I personally feel like they lost the game. And you could easily say that, you know what I'm saying, when you talk about like certain sports, like, oh, did we win or lose? But like, they lost the game. They literally did not make any adjustments and fucking just, it was like glaring adjustments. Like the announcers were like, if they just got out this man coverage, like any day now, Ohio State, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you normally are good at that. Like, Ohio State's making adjustments. Like, who's the team that makes better adjustments than Ohio State? Nobody. Not really. Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama. I was say maybe Alabama.
Just not have the right plan. So,
so they came in there and railroaded them, but it is. But again, listen, Justin Fields is off that team, and now he's on the Bears, and they're doing well. Well, they're not doing well, but they know who the guy is. He's doing well enough. He did well enough to know we know who the guy is. So that's all that matters, at the end of the day. So I'm excited. Bears football. God damn it. What's going on? Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the Bulls right now. I heard Ayo.
Okay, the main thing you need to know about the Bulls is that, so the top teams in the East was the
Bucks and the Celtics.
Yeah, the Bucks and the Celtics.
Still looks like it's the same.
But
and the Celtics on the top. And the Celtics.
Oh yeah, they on the top.
Look. The record don't matter because when they went against us, back to back, we played the Celtics first, and then we played the Bucks. Waxed both of their asses. So like, I don't even care like what their ranking is, whatever. The Bulls are still coming. If you're doubting, I'll see you in just January, February.
Hey man, just like the Lakers, baby.
Well, no. It's
boy, the Lakers, y'all like the WWE now. Y'all got people bleeding over there and shit now.
Yeah, it's actually way different.
No, it ain't. You know what I'm saying? We won last night.
Y'all motherfuckers like...
Goddamn, we coming up. We on a winning. We actually won the last like 7 of 9 or some shit. No, not 7 of 9, but we won the last like 5 of 7 games.
That shit started like a train wreck. Like with the marathon races where the dude like has the gun, he like shoot it,
and then all the shit that keeps happening.
As soon as they started running, like they just fell like face first and started rolling. Started like doing like some tricks, like everything but running to the goal line.
That just reminded me.
Started like juggling while they fucking like running and shit. But,
that just reminded me of one time that we went to NIU for a rec party and we came out the gate strolling and I fell over and rolled.
Oh,
and then rolled back up.
Wait a minute, I don't know about this story.
You don't remember this shit?
Nah.
Yeah, you was strolling your ass like you.
We came out there for a rec party.
I'm pretty sure all of us was Fred at that time.
Wait a minute.
And we came out. This was when I was like, big. You remember?
This was the rec party. Yeah. Was this the party that I stood on top of the car after we left?
Probably.
Nigga, you stood on.
You talking about when we got in trouble with the police and shit? Yeah.
Was that night?
It possibly was. Shit.
But you were there.
Yeah, I was the one who was back.
We all was. It was a big night. Y'all was strolling in the parking lot.
Literally drunk.
You was wearing your only piece of like Alpha.
I was wearing some tan shorts and shit. I remember that shit kind of a little too vividly and shit. It was very embarrassing.
No, I don't.
One of my most embarrassing.
Was it that night? Was it that everything?
And it's funny because when I every time I bring it up, DB's like, "Yeah, that happened to me too" and shit. And I'm like,
"So you was just strolling and you fell,
bruh, busting my shit." And I was like, it was like Malik, you, and then me.
Oh, yo,
and then Chris, and then Julie.
Did we keep strolling?
Yeah,
good shit.
Yeah, and then I rolled up right back into the line and kept strolling, but it was one of those times, you know, everybody got them times where man, you just like, damn, I fucked up. and I hope nobody took a video.
Nigga, I was just happy it wasn't me because I was like, all right. I was just like,
No, it's funny that you
it's
mentioned.
because we always used to make fun of Julian for not being that good, and then I busted my shit.
busted your shit immediately. I was like,
Like,
oh,
just
you drunk? I was like, it's only
instantly,
up from
Drunk
here.
or you just-
Probably.
What was the stroll? I want to know. See, I want to know
Something
the
easy
details.
too. It
It
was
was so-
like we
yeah,
was just
so
doing the
it's
little.
so simple,
I know. It was. I'm looking
and then I
for.
just went. Brrr.
Was there a lot of
Oh yeah,
sororities?
it smelled like motherfucking straightened hair in that motherfucker. All the girls saw that shit. I ain't getting no pussy for a year.
Was it? So you don't know if this was the same night?
I think it
I
was
think it
because
was.
I felt actually.
We
you
went
know
to a
what's
couple
crazy?
records.
I don't remember it, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
But
There's a
I
lot of
did-
things
no,
of
look.
of that we did. I just can't remember. I can
A lot of
remember
it, yeah.
I can remember parts.
It's starting to
But-
fade, but I won't lie. Remember that y'all had a lot of fun, and I wouldn't always go out. So it was one of those nights I was with you, which was one of the few nights. You see what I'm saying? Y'all,
Nigga, you
all
party
y'all-
with us a lot.
All y'all
Yeah, that
niggas,
sound like a
I
cool
came out
thing
with
to
y'all
say,
a
like,
lot,
oh,
but
y'all
y'all.
would be
It does sound like
No,
the
no,
cool
no, no.
thing to say, but
No.
you were definitely
It
coming
wasn't
with
the
us
cool
to
thing
party.
to say because I just always had to work. I just had to make money. I didn't feel like coming out. I was depressed about being all
That was a certain time period,
remember
though.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that was
Like,
that
around
was
20,
the nigga.
2012,
You know when I can.
2013.
No, definitely
It was
not. 'cause we just
2013, for
crossed.
sure.
No, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
nigga.
he's-
You had the lip
he's
print. You had the
capping.
what's the names too. Yeah, just had those prior to us
But
crossing.
y'all- it wasn't
and you
just
took them
me,
out.
It was y'all.
But what I'm telling you is
It was
that
all of us.
that phase, I think that's the bald Jason phase.
It was.
That was the bald Jason.
If
phase.
it was ball Jason, I was 14.
Which
Yeah, so that at that time is when you didn't want to go out.
That
When you
was-
were
that was
bald,
the-
nigga.
yeah,
But
that was-
anything before that, we're talking 2013, 2013. Nigga, you were popping out with us, bro.
Not,
Yeah.
not
2013,
as
2012,
much as you think.
that whole summer going
'Cause
into
I
that
still
fall.
think back and I'm like,
and
I
that
missed
next
a lot
year?
of events I wished I was at. That's
Well,
what
actually,
I'm saying.
yeah.
I'm not saying it to be cool.
Now that
I'm
you
saying
say
that like I wish I had went
we was
out.
going out. We
I
was
know,
going
I
out like
feel
every
you.
week.
I know, I
Yeah,
feel you,
yeah,
but I
that's
also
about
feel
the
like
most
you
I
didn't miss
popped out
anything
was that 13,
significant
14.
enough
No, I
that
feel like
you didn't go to or didn't make up
I missed
for.
a couple chapter picnics. I missed a lot of Greek events. I missed like DJ's wedding. I missed JD's wedding. I missed a lot of things that I wish I had.
Oh
went
yeah,
to.
well you're jumping all over the map now.
Well, I mean, but I'm just saying that like that, like
I
when
feel
I
you.
remember not going out, like I wished I had gone out. That's what I think of.
I got you.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I wish I'd have went to that shit because you never had the moments again. I mean, unless niggas get remarried, but you don't wish that on nobody. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, definitely not.
you know what I mean?
Definitely
Now
not.
I'm like, every time I wish niggas a happy anniversary, I'm like, bitch ass nigga, you could have went, and I chose to stay home.
Ooh.
So you should. So yeah. So what you should do is you should send a gift.
You should actually.
Yeah,
You should send send gifts to people that you feel that way.
because
about.
I actually,
Yeah, and then slowly it will
Yeah.
go.
well, it was good because we all did go.
Because I know you mentioned it to me
we
about
went to
feeling that
Dion's
same
house
way.
this past year, but I'm
Yeah.
like, sometimes I'm like, man, I ain't seen some of y'all in like 8, 7,
Mm-hmm.
10 years. Some of these anniversaries, I'm like, looking back, I'm like, I could have went.
Yeah.
I just used being
Well,
broke
now-
as an excuse. I just didn't go though.
But now you know that. But
Yeah,
now
that's some
that
real
it's
shit.
in you now,
Yeah.
you're gonna go to more events though. Like you're gonna
Yeah.
do more shit now because of that feeling. So now you're gonna.
But it
take
was
those memories.
It was a
you know.
mental. It was a personal issue. It was just me mentally being, just letting my life. Bringing your problems to work, basically. You know what I mean? Like
I feel that.
the life example of that. But I ain't mean to go off on the frat tangent. I was just thinking about that time that I busted my shit.
I don't even know how we got there. That's the craziest part about
he
conversation.
said that the
I have
Lakers
no
came
idea.
out and tumbled, and I was like,
All the time you tumble. Yeah, that's wild. That's
man,
what
I
it could be.
busted my shit. It was embarrassing.
So we had a whole Lakers conversation.
Hundreds
that
of
went
people
into
were
that.
there. Hundreds of people were there. They seen me bust my shit.
Wouldn't be the first time a whole bunch of
Hey,
people seeing
look,
you bust
shit.
your shit.
Hey, shit, I be busting my shit.
So Lakers convo, Bears,
Yeah.
all the teams that I give a fuck about. And then the Bulls.
Yeah.
What else is
White Sox.
in that White Sox?
I mean, they.
It's over with.
Hey,
We're we don't talk about baseball now.
I'm just saying. Listen,
That
they
shit is
fired
over.
Tony La Russo.
Hey, World Cup
and
is going on.
stuff.
World Cup is lit right
Getting
Yeah,
a
the
new
World Cup is
manager,
going on right now.
things
So let's
gonna
talk
work
about
out.
that. Let's open up the shit with the World Cup. I'm glad you mentioned baseball.
There was a narrative game and everything. It was
Yeah, so
I'm
like,
gonna be honest.
and I don't know. And listen, this
I
is
went
the thing.
to a
I don't
Sox
know.
game and a Cubs game this year, and I don't even know. I'm gonna let these niggas talk.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna let y'all
He
niggas talk.
the
nigga had a
Cub
great time.
expert. I don't
We
know
down the
nothing
street
about
though
Cub.
from the Sox right
I
now.
know, right? That shit epic as hell.
No, nigga, the Sox, the going to the games are amazing.
Yeah,
You're gonna have a great
I
time.
like the experience, but I don't.
You're gonna have
keep
a
up.
great time.
Yeah,
You know,
it's like it happens during
the only way to fucking enjoy baseball for me is I have to bet on it. That's the only way I can enjoy it.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Oh, well, that's what any sport.
I have to actually go to the game for me to really be like, oh yeah, this
And
shit
then
is
you watch,
lit.
so you waiting for that next nigga to come up like, hey man, I need a hit out of you, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then you're fucking into the game. But yeah, speaking of the World Cup, so
Lit.
I didn't know if people had noticed, like, you know, because there was so much other shit going on at the time, you know, so all of the BS surrounding. Have you heard about the shit like with the World Cup? Like, you know, the rules in Qatar and like things that, you know, it's a fucking Middle Eastern country, bro.
Yeah,
Like, it's in Saudi Arabia, right?
You talking? Okay.
Yeah, it's like around there.
Who's going? Cameroon.
The World Cup.
So, it's
So
like
everybody.
Every country, bro.
Every
The World
country.
Cup is
Okay.
like
Every
everybody.
Because I've been seeing like, because you know I don't really be keeping up with soccer,
Yeah, I don't either. But I'm saying,
I've
like,
been seeing a lot of Senegal and I've been seeing a lot of Cameroon on my timeline.
well, that's because of people you follow and they're
Okay,
from those
I
countries.
got
But
you.
what I'm saying is that
I've been seeing
people,
Germany,
you know, the conversation is being talked about because, yeah, everybody who has a fucking soccer team, bro, they're gonna be it. Especially all the
I
African
really
countries. That's, you know, that's they
And it
shit.
only happens once every 4 years. So it's like, it's a big thing. Like when they
Got
Yeah,
you.
yeah. So
Or is it 2 years? Maybe it's one
actually,
of those. Maybe it's 2 years.
Qatar is its own state, I guess.
I think it's 2.
Is it?
I can't
Yeah.
remember though.
okay,
Yeah.
so I
The
didn't know.
Olympics, I know.
Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah.
But
So-
World Cup don't happen.
Qatar is over there by what, Yemen or whatever, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
type shit.
it's
Yeah, where is
like-
it geographically located?
Geographically, it's by Bahrain. If y'all know, you know what that
Bahrain.
is. Yeah, if y'all know what that's at, you know what I'm saying.
What else is there?
Name another one.
Al Jazeera, Al Jabar. If y'all know what that at. No,
I thought that was a news network, nigga.
no, that's Al Jazeera. I thought that
Oh,
was.
okay. I'm like, what the?
Wait,
shit.
what you?
What else is
Where
it about?
Qatar is, first of all. That's the
Okay,
problem.
It's
I've
an
heard
Arabic speaking country.
It's well, I know what Qatar is. The crazy thing is, I think the last time I paid attention to Qatar, the map was different. Because
Last
these
time-
niggas keep switching up the countries on the nigga.
Yeah, it's in the Middle East.
I don't think so.
It's
I don't
at the
think that's how it
bottom,
works.
right? Ain't it at the bottom,
Nah,
close to
it's-
Israel type shit?
Yeah,
It's kind of like right next to the Red Sea, not too far from Egypt.
Bro,
I'm not
it's like
tweaking.
it's literally like right across the way from Dubai. Like wherever Dubai
Yeah, so
is,
it's by
like,
United Arab Emirates then, right?
Yeah.
right
like-
because it's off the Persian Gulf.
Saudi Arabia.
mhm. yeah, Saudi Arabia, that area.
Yeah, then there's the Gulf, and then there you go down. It's like you got Yemen, right, and then you got Egypt.
Shit. Why you just didn't say right next to Saudi Arabia, man?
That's what
Man,
you
hey,
saying Bahrain? What
started
the
with
fuck
that.
is a
Wait, what did you-
Bahrain?
wait, what
nigga?
did you
Hey, that's the first thing.
I'm gonna be 100. I don't keep up with the Maghreb. Okay, I don't keep up with the Maghreb region,
But for
nigga.
you, you know every single country. So I mean, like honestly, we could have said anything.
I didn't realize.
anything, and then you
I didn't
would've
realize Abu Dhabi.
I think that's. I
And
think Chris was just trying
Dubai.
to throw me off.
that's the first thing.
Yeah, there's Abu Dhabi, and then there's Dubai.
known. Yep, it's like right.
But
around
Dubai's. But yeah, you remember 56 Nights, nigga? Like it's hard to live our lifestyle in an Arab. Like it's just, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think drinks are allowed, or they didn't allow.
Right. So
No
here,
weed.
that's
drink.
what I'm saying.
That's what we.
That's
getting
what I
to.
wanted to
already
talk about.
know where y'all getting to.
God damn, man.
I already know where y'all going with this.
No. So before all of that, it started with, hey, you know, we realize that there are a lot of things that are going on in this country. You know how fucking the other worlds that are freer, like America and other places, want to do shit like, hey, we want to go and inflict our beliefs into this moment because it's a world stage. Everybody's got their eyes on us, right? So the first thing was America wanted to wear the fucking rainbow flag, right, on their shit. Qatar was like, didn't know. You know, second of all, you know, we have to
Hell
drink.
no.
Budweiser had a big thing, right? Where, you know, they're suing them now. They're suing the fucking people, you know, because it's like, look, bro, like we need to sell liquor. Like you're not gonna allow us to sell liquor. So they had like liquor, like destination spots. Like this is all from what I've heard and gathered. Basically, it's like, look, they got a whole warehouse full of liquor and they're gonna give it to the team who wins, basically, because they're not allowing them to fucking drink during the fucking
Right. the whole
soccer,
sector.
like during the game and shit like that. And then there's a big thing on there now where it's like, they're upset because like, America's a big, well, we're not supposed to be as good as we've been.
America's actually good this year. It's amazing.
America's actually good in comparison to that because we're shit compared to these other fucking countries.
Yeah.
And they hate the fact that we. So they wore. I don't know who's the main dude that wore the shirt to say it's called soccer.
Oh, damn! What's his fucking name?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
but yeah, he had a shirt. It lifted it up and say it's.
Their chant every time they're doing good. Like
It's
everyone's
called
like,
soccer. Yeah, that shit's funny because the whole world calls it football.
Yeah.
The whole world, everybody but us.
Yeah, we're the only one.
We're the only ones that call it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's somebody else that calls it soccer.
Trash at it for so long.
The world says
And it-
football,
and-
then football
but
Americano,
here-
football Americano, football. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
But what's funny though is that football was the name of the sport before soccer came around. So why didn't we just say football? Because we had something that was football,
American,
and we barely use our feet for the ball that we play with.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest shit. But anyway,
throws football.
so
Call it football.
so there's all this other shit going on with Qatar, right?
Throws football. That's
Yeah. So there's all this other shit that's going on with this, World Cup with Qatar, and I guess people are really upset about it. So I don't know. What's the first thing that we can dive in and talk about with this?
I mean, the
Every
not
country has
allowing
their-
to.
every
I mean,
country
you
has
gotta
their
just
own rules and regulations.
you gotta respect Qatar, man.
Yeah,
just
like-
where you at, and I just you had to just let.
Come on, man.
Because part of me wanted to say, man, look, just fucking go play football, or soccer, and just shut the fuck up. But then I'd be sounding like somebody else that told somebody to shut up and dribble. You know what I'm saying, about political views and things like that. So I don't want to be that person, right? But at the same time, there's a level of respect. You know where you're going, and you need to know what you're getting yourself into if you decide to go. Because my thing is like, if it's that big of a deal, just don't go.
Just be real.
If you as a club, like meaning as like you as a unit, say, hey, listen, we don't want to go over there and fucking play. We don't want to go over there and support. Then just don't go. Don't go over there and try to like look. Because if these motherfuckers get you, they got you, and we ain't nothing we gonna be able to do about it. That money is money's too long.
That's the difference between like really the new age and niggas. Because I feel like if that's where the World Cup is, you should just do as the Romans do. You feel me? Like that's where you going. Why you complaining about what they asking you to do? You know where you going. You know what you got to do. Show up, bust their ass, go drink your fucking Budweiser and shut the fuck up. That's actually really what we should be doing instead of being like, oh, play ball by my rules type shit. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I think that's the problem with Americans and why the world don't even fucking like us. Because we're
a big part of it.
To play
But we're not
by
the
our
only
rules.
country though. Here's the thing: we're not the only country that the other
France,
free.
Germany, who else?
I mean, it's probably
All the
Irish
Western
people
countries.
there.
Assholes. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
They want to drink. You got the Irish want to drink.
Yeah, but that's not even that. It's like,
Italians
they want to
drink.
drink and shit like that. It's like, like the
Russians
people.
want to drink.
Yeah, you got
Speaking of the
everybody-
Russians, free Brittany Griner, nigga. She disappeared and shit.
She in
That's
where
even
the fuck
more
she
reason
go?
why
She
you
ain't
should
disappear.
actually pay attention.
No,
She
they
ain't
lost
disappear.
her.
Yeah, she disappeared. They keep her head down, nigga. Shit. they keep. I don't want to say.
They moved her ass.
They
to
keep her ass
Siberia,
working.
nigga.
That's the problem.
Shit.
That's the problem. That you can't see her because normally she's the tallest person over there. I'm sure by a mile.
Right.
They ain't seen her ass because shit. You would notice a big, tall black woman in this fucking concentration camp that they got her in. Because that's what them shits is like, bro. That's what the prison is like over there, bro. You working, you manual labor.
All right. She up there making tires and shit.
It's really, like, you know what I'm saying? Like with the fucking, the mallet on the license plate and shit.
Russia, car drives you. Shit, motherfucker.
So, like you was saying, why we don't just go over there and play by their rules or just don't go is just amazing to me. I don't ever understand an outrage about. It's like you ever seen somebody like, I don't even know how to describe it. Have you ever seen like a girl like, I think this is gonna be the only way I can describe shit. Have you ever seen like a girl where she be like, oh no, I really don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. I really be doing stuff like this. Like she taking her own clothes off And you're like nobody's forcing you to do nothing. She's like, I just don't know. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like,
why you
say anything?
That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like it is with America a lot of times. It's like, oh, I really don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. Qatar, all the money, all the fame, all the fucking attention still. But I still want to talk about my problems.
Yeah.
Like, stop.
Yeah, because
like, you know, like you're there.
Cut it out. It's not all about you.
Yeah. It clearly stopped being a problem.
Let these Muslim niggas get their shine.
Yeah, they started playing, and then everybody realized they was like, damn, like this is like fucking good ass soccer or football, I guess, to watch. So it was just like, once you realize that all the fucking shit is good, it's like, yeah, all that other shit don't really like.
And that's why niggas are not gonna ban the NFL.
It's a thing. It's a
because once they say, because the moment I hear and the moment I wanted to be Black Power was the moment I was here. And it's off, and welcome to NFL Football Sunday. I'm like, God damn.
Act like you never left.
All right, let's go, motherfucker. Let's run this shit back. all that shit. Yeah, all that shit goes out the window, nigga. So sports is the number one. I think a lot of times, unifier. Like sports is a unifier. Mm-hmm. It allows people to talk. It brings people together. Yeah. At the same time, though, it's driven now with like a bunch of politics because the eyes have been on it so much. Yeah. Politics has been able to, I think, infiltrate so many different things in like the media and like shit that goes on around the world. And then after a while, like, all right, what else has its own attention? Because normally like sports would like be this thing that you would go away from. Like it'd be like news and sports, right? Like you get your news and then sports would be your sports. So that's why I can understand how older people would be like, look, man, sports is my getaway. I don't want to think about political shit when it comes to sports. But because the shit's so close together now, and because people realize like, all right, there's money in advertising, there's money in putting things in front of your face while you're watching this sport. Mm-hmm. We also need to fucking slide some Black Power in there, or slide some gay rights in there, or slide some shit, because it's like
that's tone deaf on America's part. Because I'm telling you, like and look, I ain't the most well-traveled nigga, and I remember just how I would always kind of be like considerate and interested in other people's shit, and motherfuckers would always, especially in Greek life, challenge me. Well, where you been? Where you been, nigga? You ain't been outside the country type shit. You know what I mean? Like, niggas be so aggressive. But the truth is, with a lot of Americans, bro, is motherfuckers be one-sided as fuck. And America, we just think that, like, our way goes. Like, and that's not it. You want to be accepted on the world stage, you gotta understand that motherfuckers ain't always playing by your rules. It's not even like, you know what I'm saying? It's not even that deep. But we have a deep-seated hatred towards like Muslims and Islam and built into our country. And we just really like, you know what I'm saying? We Americans, we want to be us.
The reality is,
say, fuck you. We don't want to but think about it this way. If you have like in high school or whatever, if you ever had an Asian friend, you know what I mean? You go to their crib and shit. Like, this is why I'm saying the world's changed in a way that it's like, I don't really like it. But, you know, it is what it is. You would go to your Asian friend's house and they'd be like, take your shoes off. And you, you wouldn't be like, why? It's my right. This is America to wear my shoes in your house. Like, nah, nigga. Like,
that's a great point.
That's a great house, point. Your rules, your mom's rules, whoever the fuck is ruling the house, whoever own the house, crib, whatever. I'm in your house. I'm gonna respect your house, and when I leave, I can do my shit. You see what I'm saying? So like, how the fuck you gonna sit here and be like, oh, you're not gonna let us drink beer and wear the rainbow flag, nigga? Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? That's the one time where it's appropriate to be like, yo, shut the fuck up and play football, nigga.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because what you're complaining about isn't something that we got to deal with. Because the biggest issue over there has been the migrant workers. I don't know if y'all. That's the big issue that's happening in that country right now. People are going there dying. People are dying building the fucking stadium that you're playing in.
Where are the migrant workers coming from? Africa?
They coming from all over, I think. I don't know.
Because I know a lot.
They coming from all over.
Refugees was coming from North Africa, and 2-3 years ago, remember all the Libyans, Spaniards? They was like killing them niggas. It was like a lot of people coming from Africa that was getting treated like shit in Greece, Spain, and shit like that. So that's another thing that worries me because the anti-African sentiment is at an all-time motherfucking high. It's not just racism in America, it's global.
And I think they are black. I don't know for sure, but that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. But I'm saying nobody talking about that shit. Like, nobody's bringing that up. You worried about the plight of some shit that you have to deal with in your country.
Yeah, like no.
If you're gonna go over there, talk about the shit that's happening there. If you're gonna be upset about something, be upset about what's happening in the place of where you're going, because they don't give a fuck about gay. You leave, let two gay motherfuckers kiss each other in the streets.
Yeah, it's still gonna be the same.
It's still gonna be the same. You're not changing shit. So, but what you could do is bring a light to what really can be changed there, because you're not changing that type of law. That's something that needs to happen within. But if we can, hey, listen,
they not for that shit. They never gonna be for that shit. We not like us wanting to drink some Budweiser and wear a rainbow flag. It's not making no fucking statement in Qatar. Niggas don't give a flying fuck about that shit. You have to find a common ground, and niggas is worried about the wrong shit. And I feel like on a world stage, a lot of the times Americans is worried about the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's honestly like why we in the situations we in. Like a lot of motherfuckers out here just wilding now, doing whatever.
There's no respect, because it's like, is this do what I want?
Yeah, I need to do what I want because it's my world type shit. And it's like, you got to realize outside of our borders, it's not fucking like that. You know what I'm saying? There's the Western world. Yeah. There's the Eastern world, there's the third world, first world. There's a whole bunch of different fucking worlds, nigga, and a large concentration of the world isn't even here. It's like 200-300 million in America, and we think we running the show.
We do think we run the show, kind of, because we have our pulse. Well, no, but we have our pulse on. You know, they watch our shit, like, bro, like, we don't watch like the fucking. We don't watch the Mexico like the Grammys and shit that happens here. That's I didn't realize that's a worldwide event. We have great media. We don't watch the shit outside of what's going on here unless it's something like
they watch our shit. We don't watch their shit.
Yeah, speaking of outside, like, what the fuck ever happened to the war? It's like, that's still going on.
Yeah,
are they still fighting?
Yeah, it's still going on. It's still happening.
What the fuck happened to that? Why ain't nobody talking about that no more?
I'm gonna be honest.
It just kind of went away.
What's crazy is we can't even get them goddamn student loan. The student loan forgiveness can't even get improved, nigga. The Supreme Court.
Now let's go back into shit that's happening within our borders.
Is fighting that shit. The Supreme Court is fighting that shit, but at the same time giving aliens or whatever the fuck. I don't know how many exact number.
That's the thing.
To Ukraine.
If he really wanted to get it done, Biden could have been got it done.
Biden, look, I'm going to be 100.
If Biden could overstep that quick.
Judge me if you want, nigga. Biden is weak as fuck. That nigga weak, bro. That nigga weak. That nigga couldn't accomplish a single fucking thing.
Did you see this? I don't know if y'all watched Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade.
I didn't. I was at the Joliet.
Fucking Biden called in to the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. That shit sounded like the most senile shit I'd have ever heard.
Boy, roll the motherfucking clip, nigga.
I think I'm getting a phone call. You know, I'm not one to take a phone call during TV. Oh, but I think I should answer this one.
It's Joe Biden.
Hello, Mr. President? I don't think I can hear you. Can you hear me, Mr. President?
Yeah. Yes, we hear it.
Hello? Happy Thanksgiving, Mr. President. Are you there?
The dude is fucking.
Point is, I'm just ready for Kanye to be president. So
yeah, he's unfit to leave.
Yay 24.
Ready for Kanye.
Yay 24.
Bro,
All about.
We out here doing things. Speaking of that, I bought my first Balenciaga pair. And now I gotta scratch the motherfuckers off with a Sharpie, nigga.
Bought my first pair of Balenciagas.
The fuck? I'm gonna put Yay 24 on them.
I never was a fan
bitches.
of Balenciaga anyway.
But them bitches cost $1,100, nigga, and y'all gonna tell me to burn them bitches, nigga? Burn your Nike Monarchs, nigga. Fuck you.
Burn your mama, nigga.
Fuck
I ain't burning shit.
For real, yeah.
So wait.
Shit. Keep them motherfuckers in the closet till they blow over.
Speaking of Kanye. Speaking of Kanye.
Yeah, we got to talk about.
But today, literally today, because like the shit's gonna be everywhere. But today officially is the day of like this motherfucker coming out and basically saying that the Nazis are cool.
He said, "I love Nazis and Jews." What the fuck is you talking about? At this point,
Yeah.
and first off, let's address the whole George Floyd. So everybody trashed this nigga for anti-Semitism, but the nigga at the same time said George Floyd was on fentanyl.
And slavery was a choice.
And there was no instance of that in the toxicology report. Shut the fuck up, yay. You gotta shut the fuck up, bro. Why? And nobody was mad about that. Why was no one mad about it? Everyone was mad about the Jewish part. Mm-hmm. Why? So it's like almost like the nigga wrong, but he's still kind of right though, because y'all only care about the anti-Semitic part.
But this is the thing, though.
Y'all hate Muslims, but you want us to love the Jews. It doesn't make sense. Muslims are Semites too.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking make sense.
So this is the thing, though. I'm all for, you know me, and you know what we talk about on this podcast. Cancel culture doesn't exist to me. At the same time, though,
especially now when you got money, nigga.
I've been able to defend this man. I don't know if I'm be able to defend.
We can't defend Kanye no more.
It's gonna be hard, nigga, bro. Because you can't say. I don't know. Listen, here's the thing.
You can't say you like Nazis,
I know
nigga.
one thing. I know about. I don't know a lot about German history, but I know one thing for sure. Saying you love the Nazis is like saying you love the KKK. Yeah, it ain't gonna fare well with the people that you know.
Like even the Germans are like, oh, okay,
yeah. Even the Germans were like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because because here's the thing.
Look, I work for a German company, nigga. That's it's a 100-year company, nigga. I researched them bitches. Their history is blocked out from 1890 to 1960. Them niggas don't want to talk about it.
The next question.
What were you doing around?
We were on holiday.
I don't know.
What were we doing? Next question. No comment.
What were you doing around the time that Truman was in office, nigga? Yeah. What was going on? Don't worry about it. BMW, drive car.
Yeah. You like Volkswagen, right? Like, yeah.
Volkswagen.
Yeah.
So we are now at a point where
like Adidas was.
They said even Adidas.
Them niggas.
Hey, Dave Chappelle had a funny bit when he said
them niggas
that shit.
Like were part of wartime Nazi wartime production, and they're like, "Yay, anti-Semitic, gotta cut ties." What? Yeah, you funded the war effort.
The founders of these shoes were brothers, and they hated each other. So it's 1924, and brothers Adolf and Rudolf Dassler realized that not a single company makes athletic shoes in their home country of Germany. So they start the Dassler Brothers shoe factory in their mom's laundry room. Sales start off slow, but their huge break comes in 1936 when Adolf invents screw-in spikes and convinces American sprinter Jesse Owens to wear them at the 1936 Olympics in Berlin. Owens then goes off, winning 4 gold medals, and sales explode for the Dassler Brothers.
The rising popularity of the Dassler Shoe Company gained the attention of a particular group of people that history will not allow us to forget. At that time, the Hitler Youth needed a cohesive look, so they turned to the Dassler Brothers. The factory was a key supplier to all of their clubs, which might be bad enough, but it didn't stop there. They were literally the official shoe of the Hitler Youth clubs. And here's the real kicker. Not only did they sell shoes to the Hitler Youth Club, but Adolf and Rudolf were actually members of the Nazi Party. Big wins at that, right?
No, they're not gonna admit that. That's not gonna happen.
No, look, it's like the KKK, like you said, it's like a KKK dude being like, "Well, you went a little too far there.
Yeah, you went
too far,
too racist. Like
you lynched my cousin 30 years ago, nigga. Like,
but he's also going through like a divorce and everything. So it's like
we understand that, but still,
I get it.
What do you do when you go through shit? Bro. You delete your Facebook. You stay away from everybody.
Stay away.
Yeah, that's what Jay needs to do.
Because the shit that you will say, you know, it's not even that. It's not even that she doesn't believe it. Because here's the thing: I believe that Kanye believes that there's love in everybody. I don't know enough about Hitler, and I don't know enough about what the Nazi outside of what we've been told about the Holocaust. I don't know what else the Nazis. Because when I hear the word Nazi, I'm assuming that word wasn't a bad word at one point in time in history, right?
At one point it wasn't, because
like these are the Nazis. Like what were they? What was Hitler prior to the bullshit? I don't know. I don't have enough history to know. So I can agree with him saying that at some point they were probably lovable people, but they did some very bad shit.
Hitler came in at the right time. That it was a nationalist, socialist National Socialist Party or something like that. He came in at the right time. He used the Jews as a scapegoat. There was a time. It was a time in Germany where they said that the Jewish people were, because the Jewish people, even though they
migrated there, right?
Even though Jewish people
migrated to Germany,
even though Jewish people are
am I
white.
correct about that?
Yeah, Jewish people have migrated a lot of different places. Even though Jewish people are predominantly white, there are black Jews as well. However, I do not believe we are the real black Hebrews. Okay, it's some niggas that's Hebrews, but it ain't all of us. You know what I'm saying? We're African. Y'all just don't want to be African. But that's besides the point. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Jews were part of a lot of seedy industries in Germany as well, which they are in the United States right now. Look, you can't cancel me, nigga. We shooting this in my house. You feel me? So like, I'm gonna just tell you what I know, and I could be wrong.
No, just talk your shit.
But hey, look. So the Jews were part of a lot of seedy industries in Germany. Germany was going through a lot of turmoil. They had just had some stuff go on with the First World War. Shit was going wrong. Hitler came in. He was charismatic. He did forcibly like take over. Y'all, because if y'all studied in y'all history class, which I know a lot of niggas was asleep, he actually like tried a lot, failed a lot, and wound up physically taking over like German parliament or whatever the fuck it was, like violently at one point. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people believed in him almost the same way that y'all went crazy for Trump.
Yeah.
Right. So
some
everybody was
there.
like, you know, and because that's what's going on in America too with the nationalists, like, oh, we got to make America what it used to be type shit. And that's what he did. So he cut the financial ties for the Jews off, so they stopped making money. He kind of crept that shit in there, and he did something else that I forgot what it was. So he basically cleaned up the gay clubs and all that other stuff, cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? I have no bias against anybody else, but this is what he did, and that's what got people on his side because they didn't want that anymore, and they were mad that they weren't getting their cash off of it. So once he cut the financial ties off and cut that other shit off, people started getting behind him. He took over the legal aspect of it, and people started getting behind the movement. You know what I'm saying? And nobody really knew what he was doing. People didn't know about the gas chambers until not like 1945. Like people we didn't have social media back then. So motherfuckers was like, when motherfuckers was like, all right, we took these niggas over. That's when they started finding the shit. They started finding like camps full of bodies and, you know, like sick fucking experiments, which we took the information from, and that's where a lot of our medical information came from to this day. You Google this shit. I'm not lying to you.
Oh, no. You got to keep in mind.
Shit, the nigga that made Clippers, Werner von Braun, that's a Nazi. Von Braun, the Clippers made by Von Braun, that's a Nazi. A lot of American companies are built by Nazis.
People don't know that German engineering.
They came right to America and were successful in business.
Their medicine, the shit that they've given during that time. That's one thing I do know is that because even still today, people fucking go to Germany all the time to fucking go like get treatments and do certain shit. Like they want to see a doctor, they'll fucking go to Germany. Germany's got like the fucking highest, one of the fucking, like if you fucking sick or if you fucking, you need some
they
shit.
Take care of you. They take care of their people. You know, they're very smart. It like globally,
when you hear the word Germans engineering,
are known for exactly.
That is like the key. But unfortunately, it was. I don't want to say it was built off the back of Hitler, but I mean, shit, like a lot of that.
I don't want to say all that, but
I don't know. I just feel like it came out of that. I feel like it came out of that time period. But we saying all that to even say, but thank you for the history because that is something I didn't know.
Yeah, no, look, I'm telling you, it's like okay. But at the same time, you can't like sitting here saying, well, I love Nazis. Like, first off, that's actually offensive to Germans too. Like, nigga, like, cause niggas don't fuck with, like, it's like, all right, that's an embarrassing piece of history to them. Right. But you still have to understand how it even came to fruition. The same way, it's like, okay, so
do you think there's still Nazis around?
Absolutely. Man, look, neo-Nazis everywhere. Yeah. Look. The whole QAnon shit, all that American shit is like, it's basically just American Nazis. Mm-hmm. And that's
what's
why
a Nazi's
it's weird.
ultimate belief?
Well,
Like,
look, I mean,
are they just like hate everybody?
it's the whole like
Because when I think Nazi, I think of like skinheads and like jail.
That's kind of what it like the Aryan Brotherhood and all that shit. But like a lot of those like whole like the KKK, like let's be real, the KKK was known for being like against black folks, but the truth was they was against Jewish people and shit like that too. You know what I mean?
It
like
wasn't just black people, yeah.
Bro, when they
just couldn't find a whole bunch of Jews to go kill at the time. Like niggas were a lot more readily available, and you weren't getting in trouble.
Well, actually, if you actually even look at the timeline when the KKK was founded and stuff, and you look at the emancipation of black people and stuff, it was actually formed, I think, within 4 months.
Yeah, it was during Reconstruction.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like, oh,
yeah,
blacks free.
Yeah, like nah, fuck this. We gonna make a group, and we gonna start terrorizing.
It happened.
Niggas.
Yeah, December
Grand Dragon,
whatever year.
It was all the losers. It was all the losers from the Confederate War, the Civil War, that created that shit as like a rebuttal to slaves being free. But you got to look at the bigger picture. A lot of people ain't looking at the bigger picture. And like I'm a history buff, but I know that. Like America, we pride ourselves in being the best in everything, but America's like, the last time I looked, America was 17th in education. We're probably lower than that. Americans are not known for their intelligence, okay? So the truth is, a smart American is an average intelligence nigga globally. That's the truth, right? So if you think you're smart in America, you're probably just an average nigga globally. You know what I mean? So a lot of us don't even know shit, right? So think of like, so...
That's right. I didn't know shit about, like you said,
dude,
you're right. Because I didn't know
shit every day.
I'm still learning shit every day. That's what I'm saying. Like I only knew so much about Hitler, and I was willing to admit that.
And it's because we're not even taught it. We're not even taught it, bro. You have to seek it out. And a lot of times when you seek it out, you run into a bunch of bullshit conspiracy shit. You know what I'm saying?
But isn't it funny though that every time Kanye says something, it sparks more thought, even if it's good or bad. It almost seems like it makes me want to think. All right, because now like people want to go in now. Because now,
if you accept him as an artist, he's doing his job. But the artist's job is just to make people have the conversation.
But by default,
he's not the brains. He's not the brains.
He's not in the artistry.
I don't care what y'all say. He's not the brains.
But wait, hold on, Jay, because he's not in an artist. He wasn't on an artist platform. He wasn't in an artist. He wasn't presenting in an artist format. He was presenting as just Kanye the free thinker. So
that's still artistic.
Well, I guess if you could say it, yeah, it is considered art. Yeah. And for somebody like him, it's artsy. But what I'm saying is that if it sparked me to go and like, you know what? I thought I knew enough about Hitler. Even I'm like, damn, you can't say that shit. You can't say that shit. But then again, like, do I know enough about Hitler to even say I know what was being told to me?
Yeah.
Then you have I have these conversations with myself where I'm like, you remember what you said about listening to what people told you and not going and do your own research. It usually bites you in the end. So who the fuck was Hitler really? That was what my mindset went to right after I was like, bro, you can't say that. You can't say that shit about the Nazis. You can't say that shit about. Right after I said, damn, dude, who was Hitler as the person? It's Kanye that sparked that thought. Even if I don't want to give him the credit for even having me personally having the ability to want to even think that deep into it, because that's just who I am. But again, I have to give the credit to the person who sparked me wanting to even bring it up as a conversation.
But that is you know,
because outside of that,
you can always look at
because he talked about like the microphone. He talked about other shit, right? You know, I didn't hear the whole. I'm gonna go back and listen to the whole interview for real. I took out bits and pieces. I can't lie, but I heard him say, "Look, fucking Nazis and Hitler and them. They made this microphone. They made this. They did that. They did this."
Are you talking about Shure?
I don't know. I'm just saying, just in general.
Oh, like the actually patent. You know, I didn't know that. I'm gonna look that up.
I don't know if that's true or not, but the way he said it made it sound like it was.
Right, well, which is kind of conflicting, because then at that point you can also then talk about the XLR cable that goes through the microphone itself, and then why not give credit to that? Because without giving credit to that cord that goes through that microphone would be useless and stuff. So it's like picking and choosing your information. So it's like,
and that's the problem with Kanye. He picks and chooses. He picks and chooses to fit his bias. However, being an artist, you looked up some shit, you learned some shit. I looked up some shit, I learned some shit. A whole bunch of people started sharing some shit. We started finding out shit we didn't know. Like, for example, that a lot of these companies one, you find out that a lot of German-based companies were actually for the Nazi war effort at one point, and they completely washed it out of their history. And then it's like, wait, so you have the nerve to talk about anti-Semitism when you literally supported a nigga that was gassing Jews? You know, but the thing where Kanye derails is that his views mirror QAnon and all that fringe bullshit that literally says that the Holocaust wasn't even real. The Holocaust was real. The problem with the Holocaust isn't that it wasn't real. The problem with the yes, it is. The problem with the Holocaust.
I didn't know that.
The problem with the Holocaust isn't that it wasn't real, and this is why all that Hebrew Israelite, all that it's bullshit. I'm telling you, and I'm telling you from the point of being raised in Judaism, but also being a black man that never really I'm not Jewish. My mom just was like, we're gonna practice Judaism. I'm telling you, the Holocaust happened. The problem with the whole Anti-Defamation League, the whole anti-Semitism thing, isn't that it didn't happen. The problem is that why is your genocide more important than mine? That's the problem. That's the problem. Because we as black people, our genocide has never been acknowledged. That's the problem. It's not like a matter of my genocide's better than yours.
But then you also can't say that. That's like, but then also too, at the same time, still, right, I'm in full agreement with what you're saying, of course. And yeah, we don't get that same type of rhetoric or that same type of push.
We don't get any rhetoric.
When
they tell us to get over it.
Bingo. But what I'm saying is that you also can't say then in that same breath that if somebody were to say, I knew slave owner fucking Tom and Harry, he wasn't that bad.
And that's what they say. But that's the problem. So the problem, this is what I'm saying. Like, I hate that, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I have no issue with our Jewish brothers and sisters. However, like, research the Anti-Defamation League.
I'm slightly familiar with it.
From what I've read, and I could be incorrect, it was formed to help a guy out that actually did what they accused him of, but he was Jewish, so they protected him. This is the difference, because right or wrong, I ride with you. Black people don't do that for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Other people are. That's what's wrong. That's what nobody wants to focus on. That's the issue. You know what I'm saying? It's not that like we the real Jews. Oh, woo woo woo. You know, like Kyrie. He got like he should have been able to post that link and still play ball. But personally, you got the Hebrew Israelites lining up for you. That's kind of embarrassing. I don't want the Hebrew Israelites backing me up.
What's your beef with the Hebrew Israelites?
They just making up shit. I'm telling you, because anytime.
Shit!
Why did you say that?
Yeah, what is your beef? You went kind of hard. I heard that kind of slide in there. I was gonna come back. I was gonna come back to it. But I heard it. I heard him say it again. Now I had to address it.
Because niggas, come on, bro.
No, listen. First of all,
niggas standing on street corners wearing costumes and shit, talking about they the real Israelites. I'm telling you, look, be mad at me. I don't give a fuck. It's the truth. You need to hear it. If you can't give me a historical fact that isn't based in the Bible, nigga, I don't give a fuck what you have to say. I don't give a fuck.
That's been my biggest discrepancy with the Hebrew. I just want to hear. I just want to hear if you hear
the problem with them niggas too. Like because
I just want to hear if we had the same sentiments together.
Everybody's getting confused because white people are watching what we're saying and they're like I'm saying like, okay, well there are black Hebrews, and people are like, oh, you a Hebrew Israelite? No, the fuck I'm not. No, I'm fucking not. I'm a history buff. It's true. It is what it is. Look at Ethiopia. It was one of the few countries that was never even conquered. They speak Amharic, Eritreans. The languages, they're all connected. They're all Semitic. Ethiopians, Eritreans, Muslims, Jews, they're all connected by language. Okay? So that means that there are black Hebrews for sure. There are black Hebrews in the several different tribes.
But I don't think that's the I think the argument is what we're saying is that the people that look like us should benefit from what those people are obtaining. So when you wear fucking yarmulke and you wear the fucking big hat with the beard and the little twist, the easy shit,
which not all them niggas do.
I know. I get that. Right.
A lot of Jews can't even agree what they're doing.
Again, understandable, but it just seems to me that the benefits of what's supposed to be given another side of reparations for the people, because
Jewish people got reparations. That's another thing I want to
exactly.
We never got
that's what
ours.
we're saying.
That goes back to
And
the point. Why is your genocide better than mine?
There are black Jews living in Israel right now that are getting treated like shit, and people don't have no idea.
Black because colorism,
Israel
and racism is a worldwide thing now.
Israel's army is fucking. Whoo, they ain't no fucking.
Because
they
colorism,
make sure of that shit.
Colorism and racism is a worldwide thing now, thanks to America. And niggas want to sit here and bitch about not being able to drink beer and wear a fucking rainbow flag. Shut the fuck up. I'm telling you. You. You want to get mad at me? Get fucking mad at me. I don't care, bro.
You won't want a day.
If niggas want to look, niggas want to do the cancel culture thing, cool. But I'm not even going. I'm not gonna sit here and agree with Kanye. I'm not gonna sit here and agree with all these incorrect ass niggas. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna tell you the truth that I've seen from historical facts. Okay. You see what I'm saying? And you can go and like look the shit up for your fucking self. It's
so
not.
So the root of all this is pretty much like Kanye just
Kanye siding with the white people.
No,
he's not really.
Well, not that, but like Kanye says something, then we go and get more info on it.
Yes,
and then it's like, oh well, we can kind of see maybe like why he thought this way, why he thought this way. He doesn't say it the best.
He's just
he
wrong.
Just spouts it out. He just spouts it out like, oh, like if I just learned yesterday that, oh man, like a refrigerator is not actually a refrigerator. Nah, man. But then there's like other context to it.
Oh no, man.
No, but a lot of times when you Google that shit, you'll find out.
After a while, you have to learn, because you know that what you literally have. It's not, it's like the first time you the first time you do that, and then you go out and you say it to the world, and the refrigerator deal that you didn't know you had got pulled from you. Yes. You learned your lesson. Hey man, don't talk about refrigerators like that. Don't talk about shit you don't know like that. Be cool. Yeah. And it keeps happening. Yeah. My thing is my thing is this. I'm okay with him having free speech. I'm okay with him saying what he wants to say. At the same time, don't be afraid of the repercussions that come with it. Be okay and be accepting, which it seems like he is. Okay, cool. But at the same time, too, try to come factual. But then again, look at whose podcast he was on when he said the shit. That's why when Kanye was saying what he was saying, Alex Jones was kind of like, hey, man, all right, now look, I'm for free speech, nigga, but you kind of pushing it. Like, I just got us out of some shit. Yeah. I don't need this. But then again, Alex Jones, you've been that person, too.
Yeah.
So
that nigga just came out of some shit.
So you brought Kanye on, and they had that conversation. So y'all had the conversation. You sparked a whole bunch of debate, a whole bunch of bullshit happened from it. A lot more views came to you, and now they're finding it. I think everything happens for a reason, man, because if you really thought it was that bad, you wouldn't have put that shit out.
Okay.
And and
do you know? Okay, so I'm just
Drink Champs didn't think it was that bad until they got the backlash.
Yeah, but he's not. Drink Champs and InfoWars.
Now, is this something that we think Kanye is going to stay on for like the next week, or do you think he's already moved on to like another?
No, Kanye is going to ride with this shit. Kanye, and this is what pisses me off about.
Because I feel like he just says stuff and then he just goes away.
No, this is what pisses me off about Kanye, man, is because he doesn't realize.
We love him.
I love his music, and I wish that he just didn't say and do some of the shit he did, because I can't get behind it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He did just send out a tweet 40 minutes ago. If y'all want to know,
let's read this motherfucker. Why we talking all this motherfucker?
I got it pulled up right here.
That shit, nigga.
What it say?
I'm about to read it.
Let's read.
All right. He says, and I quote: "Remove any and all forms of pornography from Twitter and every platform. Pornography is the product of pedophilia. When grown men look at porn, they're watching someone's daughter relive trauma for money."
Wow.
Bro, you ain't never heard freak hoes bounce that ass up and down to touch deep. Like, there's freak hoes out there, Kanye. Like, everything ain't sex trafficking.
See,
like,
but it's a big, but
it's just
I ain't gonna lie, man. It is a part of it that makes me think like, man, though, you have to. I don't want to control you. You don't want to be controlled, and I understand. I fight with that level of understanding. I spend a lot of time by myself in a fucking room.
I fuck with the mentality, but I can't fuck with the message.
Because here's the thing. I talk to myself a lot, bro. Like, I know niggas don't think that shit's normal, but I will go and be secluded, and I will talk to verbally, like actually say words. And then oftentimes I respond to myself. People may think that's crazy, but I do it as a form of therapy because I want to hear what it is that I'm thinking out loud. And a lot of times I'll say thoughts and I'll say things and be like, all right, that didn't really sound, okay, I could word it differently. Okay, I can say it like this. Okay, do I really believe that? Or is that just something that was at the back of my brain and I spit it out? No, I actually believe that. All right, now let's formulate that. Let's bring that back in. Let's formulate that. That's what I don't consider myself sane, but I do consider myself, I guess, what you would consider like a normal, free-thinking, but a free-thinking person. He is a person that's so unleashed that he's at a point now where there's no, I don't want to use filter. It's not that it's not no filter. It's just that it doesn't have that little twisty tie on it. That's presentable enough to be able to be.
I think
now it's getting to the point now. It's like, bro, you're losing it, bro.
He spews. He don't. Yeah. It's like this might be right, but this is hella wrong.
Right. Hold on.
So, but now it's just that. I know some people call him BB. Not some people call him but we're gonna call him Nathan. What you want, Nathan? Hey, why not do this? I'm gonna say you're crazy. I'm gonna take your family away from you. We're not done with you yet. You cannot cause free thought. We have to control the history books. We have to control the banks, and we have to go and kill people. Also, you're in the
Was he using a puppet when he was
using a net?
And in a little while, hopefully, you're gonna take the mask off because is this actually gay here?
That's crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's next level, like, bro.
But I feel like with Kanye, the thing is, it's almost like a comedian working out their bit. You know what I'm saying? Like how you were talking about that filter thing, right?
Yeah.
Imagine like a comedian.
That's a good point.
When they first tell a joke, it's raw. It ain't like thought out well and stuff. But then you kind of like say like, when you first upset, you say like, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. But then you go back and be like, all right, how can I make that work? How can I make that funny? Or how can I talk about all this shit
Bingo.
that bitches did?
You're thinking about formulating so you can present it to the public. Right. You're presenting it.
It's
you're bringing it out so you can present it to the public, basically.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that.
We
got
just
that.
says shit.
So we got that, right? We understand that now. So I feel like everybody needs to understand what you're dealing with when you listen. I just look at it I look at everything for what it is, bro. Why do we continue to invest the stock into it? Because again, and I'm not saying dismiss Kanye or put him. I mean, he's still fucking rich
that's
as
what
fuck.
I'm saying. As an artist, he's doing his job.
But at the same time,
that's it.
There's a big part of me that's like, we invest too much time into the shit that we already know. We know when we hear Kanye say something, it's probably not going to be the most profound thing in the world. It's probably going to come off a little, but we still so hooked onto it. And then when he says something super crazy, how could he get any more crazier than some of the things he's already said? Right?
Yeah.
Automatically
continues to surprise us.
It just continues to surprise you, which it shouldn't. I don't understand how, because you should already be expecting the unexpected.
And honestly, what he did, like it's obviously serving his purpose because people go and talk about it. They they have discussions about it, they do research. So whatever he's doing, I mean, obviously it's
he's sparking the conversation.
That shit that I just played. That was some scary ass shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, nigga, what?
What is?
That's why you just kind of gotta let him. You just let him do his
long
thing.
It's like Kanye just get a pass talking about bipolar this, bipolar that. Yeah. We all like, bro.
No. That is what bipolar is.
But that's
why you gotta kind of like.
Do you still get a pass?
I mean,
you're flawed. Yes, we're all flawed.
Yeah, because that's kind of like your cousin that's a little low. You know what I'm saying? And they come up and hit you in the back of the head and shit. But this cousin just so happens to like be really rich and influential. And be influential. See, the thing is that when the people who we consider handicapped, disabled, or whatever, when they become powerful or when they become influential.
That's the word.
Then it becomes a problem. They're not a problem when they're sitting on the couch just, licking themselves.
You're like, oh yeah, they're harmless.
Yeah, like, oh, that's my cousin.
Well, now you're talking about,
but now,
just even larger problem of mental health and the fact that a lot of people honestly are gonna eat up what he says and not just take it with a grain of salt like they should. Like, you should take with a grain of salt every fucking thing. You should take with a grain of salt what we're saying.
You should.
Look it up for your fucking self.
You should.
Look it up for your fucking self and tell me I lied, nigga, in the comments right now, nigga.
When we get as many eyes on us
Mr.
on this
Green
podcast,
Hat is back at it, bitch. Fuck you talking about?
When we get as many eyes on us on this podcast as we would like, and if it ever matches up to what Kanye has, even a fifth of what Kanye has as far as the attention that he garners, then that's when motherfuckers are gonna come for us.
You know what I'm saying? Black people still not included in whatever's going on.
Metro Boomin is dropping tonight.
Get the fuck
Dropping
out.
tonight?
Really?
Wait, it's Thursday. Oh, new music. Oh, nice.
Oh, damn.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. No. I just got. I know what we were talking about is very important, but I just seen
You
it
went
on my
straight
thing.
to the music before we even talked about Balenciaga.
No, I know, but Twitter. I was going to Twitter
talk
to
about
get
them
something
niggas
like
too.
that. Then I saw who was trending, and I said, "Why the fuck is Metro Boomin trending on Twitter?"
Hey, I ain't mad at him.
And
it's time.
Heroes.
He's been going through his own struggles and shit.
I love this last quarter for music. Like, people just be dropping shit.
Man, no.
They be like, yeah, drop.
I just
go. Okay, so go to Metro right now. You're gonna appreciate this. Go to Metro Boomin's Twitter and look at how he rolled. How he's rolling out.
Yeah, y'all gonna play something on the screen? Play something on the motherfucking screen. Play something on the screen.
Look at how he's rolling out his.
It's like a touch screen.
Is this like a comic book? It's like a comic book art.
Look at all of the different people.
Oh, okay. Like, this is how he's revealing like the features on his shit, right? Or the like the people that's gonna be on the album.
Yep.
Let me see this shit.
Oh,
Nah,
hey,
I don't
I
even got
fuck
my
with this. What? Yeah, it's like
Let me
it's
see
like
this
comic
shit, bro.
book comic book arts of like all the artists that are gonna be on his project. Don Toliver, Young Thug, A Future. Yeah, they got a like whole actual like comic book art. That's crazy. And The Weeknd. What the fuck is The Weeknd wearing in this? It's like
Is he a hero or a villain?
Well, I guess the name of the project is Heroes and Villains.
Who's the villains?
Exactly. We don't know.
Yeah.
I guess that's for you to decide. So, hey, look.
Is 20? I just want to know if 21 Savage is a
Hey,
hero
the Travis
or a
Scott
villain.
cover though. Did you see the Travis Scott cover? I was like, yeah, that's kind of crazy. Maybe he's the villain.
Travis Scott ain't no villain.
Yeah, his album cover is actually kind of symbolic too. He's in all white, but it's on fire, and he's shaking hands with himself.
Oh, he
It's an
got Chris
all-black
Brown
suit.
on this motherfucker too.
Yeah, Metro Boomin been going through. Man, look, that's the thing.
Artistry,
about
man. It just
artists,
stops you in your
man.
tracks.
Yeah,
The shit that we talk about just stops you in your.
It's
tracks.
like, who knows if it even means anything. You just got to take what you can from it. And I think that's what people forgetting. Like, going back to Ye, I think this is what people forgetting. Like, the nigga, he spews his shit.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it is founded in fact. Some of it is founded in fiction. And it's up to you to figure out what the fuck is fact and what the fuck is fiction. Now, I told you some of it for sure. You can Google me. I don't give a fuck. You can research what the fuck I said and find out. I'm not fucking bullshitting you. I wouldn't even waste my time saying no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, you know, LeVar Burton, nigga, reading Rainbow. Take a look. It's in the motherfucking book, nigga. Don't take my word for it, nigga. I'm all about that shit, nigga. I was raised on that motherfucking shit. Take a look. It's in the book, nigga. Don't take my word for it, bro. I'm on that. Yeah, for real. I can't do anything. Back ass, boy. Fuck you talking about? Take a look, bitch. Fuck you talking about? I'm serious. Like, I'm talking shit.
So
but I'm
intense.
I'm serious.
I'm glad you are intense about it.
It's like
you know what I'm saying?
scared straight, but in an education level.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's
It's like,
reading Rainbow,
bro,
scared straight.
I'm telling
it's
you.
like, nigga, if you don't fucking get your motherfucking master's degree,
nigga,
sit down and
I'm gonna beat your ass. You gonna get your doctorate, nigga?
And then the fucking grill just makes everything that much more intimidating.
Yeah, it's a little more
like,
scary.
Look,
saying it all
I would
over.
never intentionally send y'all off. Is what I'm saying, and I don't. And you know, part of me would love to
Well, they
think
have
that
to- they
Kanye
have-
wouldn't either, but
Well, they
he
have
is,
to
though.
they have to know you first to know that. So you have to
Yeah.
give them. I believe you what you've done. I think giving everybody enough nuggets because the history of Howie's segments are just that's what they are. I think you've given enough to a point for a lot of the viewers, a lot of the people out there.
I could be a professor. I'm a history
they
buff.
look. I mean, they like you, man.
Telling
Listen, hey, listen. You know, I got my ear to the goddamn some screech, nigga. They like, hey, man, that light skinned dread, nigga, you got it. They gonna fight me. Be saying some shit. So it's definitely whatever you're saying is working, nigga. Niggas are believing in you, so don't worry. You know, it's happening.
Hey, well, you know, I finally believe in myself. But the thing is, you know, it pains my soul sometimes. Even like to have and I know the discussions are important, but sometimes it even pains my soul that we have to have so many discussions, because I'm like, it's cutting. Some of the shit is cut and dried. No.
I'm sorry. And
Look it
you're
up,
right.
look it up.
No, I'm gonna look it up.
Look it up.
But Kanye's a fucking.
What did he say now?
He said, "Let's break." Did you see what I said? Did you see it? Let's break one last window before we get out of here. I caught this guy with Kim. Good night. It's a picture of Chris Paul, man.
Fuck.
Yeah.
God damn.
See, Kanye mixes too much of his personal
I'm not
shit,
gonna lie.
man.
We talked all that shit about Kanye, but I love. He's so entertaining.
I won't lie. I'm highly entertained by that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, there's a piece of me. See, this is what we
I
don't.
wish I
admit.
had the balls to be that dumb in public.
This is what we don't want to admit. We crave to see people fall, but we love the entertaining aspect, because if you're willing, because the Zach tweet said, "Let's break one last window before we get out of here." That is fucking funny to me. It's
funny as
It's like, hey, while I'm already fucked up some shit. Good night.
I've already. I see my bitch with Chris Paul.
That is funny.
That's how
Man.
he did.
And then the nigga jump out the window like this. It's ridiculous. And you know what
I wanted to go into, I wanted to go into talking about Jerry Jones, but I feel like we're gonna. I feel like we're just gonna. I feel like we're going to completely say everything.
I figured
that we
it was
already
either
just
Jerry
said.
Jones or Balenciaga.
Mix Jerry Jones and Balenciaga into that shit, and just know that, listen, at the end of the day, you can't run from your history. You can't escape it. You completely took ours away. But guess what? We know who we are now.
Yeah.
So I believe this is, and I'll wrap all this shit up in a nice little bow.
Nice.
I believe that Black Americans do have culture. We've created it.
We do.
We've created it from some bullshit. But just like every
we
other
have
culture.
a lot of self-hate.
But just like
we have culture.
But
for sure.
we definitely have culture.
We need to stop hating it. We need to accept it.
No, we do. We do actually accept
A
it.
lot of us do.
We accept it on.
But I think
on
mainstream
holidays.
wise, a lot of us don't.
We accept it on
accept
holidays based on the food that we cook. We accept it
We
on the type
accept
of
it.
what you can and can't do at a picnic. What you can and can't say at a picnic. Who eats first? This. Hey, we all have the same experiences.
Yeah, we do.
Nigga, right now, nigga, if I go under your if I open your drawer right now in your kitchen, will you have plastic bags under there? Plastic bags you get from the store. Will you have some under there somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll let you.
Hey, that little part of your oven, at the bottom, you know that's a thing you use to cook, right? That's not a fucking storage spot.
But we got pans in that motherfucker.
You got pans and shit in that motherfucker. Right, exactly. Hey, and I told you about this shit, nigga. What did my grandma have on the stove, nigga? What did my grandma have on the stove in a big ass can?
Are you talking about the grease?
Yeah. Crisco, in the Crisco can that she kept reusing. I said, Grandma, why don't you fucking this? You got fish and steak grease and all this shit in one fucking can and then reusing it and shit.
Yeah.
Never got sick. I don't think black people can get salmonella. Because there's no way, based off what y'all were telling us about how black people wash our fucking chicken, that's the worst thing. Don't wash your chicken. You're just gonna spread it up. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit. We washing this
all doing
motherfucker.
it. Matter of fact, we judge you if you don't.
Vinegar.
Right. Well,
So
it's not that you. Well,
that's culture. What I'm saying is that's culture. That's culture.
No, let me get.
They try to. They're erasing our culture by saying don't wash chicken. Honestly, I know it sounds crazy, but that's what that is.
To me, actually, you can wash your chicken as the stereotypical put water on chicken, right? Because it actually helps the flavor. What people do and stuff with washing chicken is people are like putting additional cleaning products and other stuff with this washing thing. That's like,
who's doing that?
Really?
I
didn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought it was just rinsing that motherfucker off.
He remains faceless.
Right, exactly. Right.
He don't want to put him on the camera.
Yeah. So that's the shit that's just getting weird and stuff. But
yeah, who's doing that?
I think it's
white
propaganda.
Hey, look,
I think it's
they're saying that this is how they're washing chicken. No, we're not.
If a motherfucker put soap
using vinegar,
if a motherfucker put soap on their chicken,
yeah,
they tripping.
I think it's propaganda. I cannot prove it.
Or at least they mixed.
But I've seen it on TikTok, so I cannot prove it.
Yeah, man. Listen. Hey, this shit was fucking fun, man.
Hell yeah.
I am fucking glad that we fucking are having this podcast here in the space that we're having it in, doing what we're doing, enjoying ourselves, enjoying the fucking people that we love. I guess the only real message for everybody out there is like, continue to keep going. We had hurdles in trying to like figure out the best way to present this thing that we've cultivated together, something that we love and we care deeply about. And we've brought it to you guys in a more presentable and a more, way, in a more better way, just in a more better fucking way. Fuck am I talking about? In a better way for you to be more better way for you to understand what we got going on. But yeah, no, if you learn anything from us or anything from shit, the world right now is that you just have to kind of keep going. I look at my life now. I look at Howie's life. I look at Julia's life, Chris. I look at all of our lives, and I say, damn, what would it be like if we just stayed stagnant and just kind of stayed comfortable?
Yeah, niggas was sleeping on couches and basements, nigga. Yeah. Like shit could have been different.
Shit could have been different. So it's like, we look at our lives and we're like, man, we're thankful. It's those experiences that have gotten us to where we're at today, right? Home ownership, having land, doing other shit that we're doing, real assets. These are things that we are trying to instill in the people that are, listening to us, but also at the same time having some fun and talking some shit and just being ourselves. So if you take anything from this podcast or anything that we do in the future, bro, just know that, listen, we are free thinkers that want you to be free to do what the fuck it is you want to do. But at the same time, before you can go out and be free to the world and do all this other shit, have yourself together. Do something for yourself, because it's cool to be a free thinker and be a fucking bum. You know what I'm saying? Like, bums are the best free thinkers because that's all they fucking got time to do is think. So you can be a free thinker all day long. Don't let it think your ass under that motherfucking Vidoc. Don't let it think you up under some shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to be insensitive. I hate that I have to disclaim shit. Nigga. I hate that I have to,
Start doing,
Stop
nigga.
thinking. Yeah, because I hate having to have disclaimers about shit. This is like, oh, are you attacking people? Some people have mental health issues. This is why they're under. Man, you know what the fucking basis of what I'm saying is. I'm not talking about people that
y'all
have
always harp on the exceptions.
Yeah, oh my God. The exceptions is just the worst. So understand this. We took time away to fucking present a better product to you. You can take time away to present a better product to yourself. It's the fucking Some podcast. Hey, little boo, baby. And we back.
How we stacks. You already know what it is, man.
We appreciate y'all.
Comment, subscribe.
Please.
Feel me.
Please, to the pod. Like, comment, subscribe. Get us back to where we need to be. We should be at 10,000 subscribers at some point within the next couple months if we just keep going hard.
Big things coming soon.
Hey, listen, I just want to put this out there. If you don't see any content, it's Joe and Chris's fault. Damn. It's not us. Just want to let you know. We've been making shit. That shit ain't been dropping.
I'll just bleep that out.
And if this gets deleted, I'm just gonna keep talking every time we see each other. You're gonna have to do a lot of editing, motherfucker. Appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Peace.